What is horror? What truly terrifies us? This is a question that every horror film needs to answer. And if you ask me, what truly terrifies us is the unknown. By building a genuinely terrifying atmosphere around something that we don't truly understand, a horror film can land in the echelon of greatest horror films of all time. But what if a film does this flawlessly and doesn't get a wide release and only makes $20,000 at the box office? Well, in this case, we have an unknown gem, and that gem is called the Blackcoat's Daughter.
In the garden, behold.
The Blackcoat's Daughter is the only horror film that I have seen as an adult that consistently scared me in every scene, whether that be subtle unease or balls to the walls terrifying. It's a shame that this film isn't better known than it is. This video will not contain a single iota of spoilers. Instead, this video is just going to be me going over why you absolutely need to watch it this October. So there will be no spoilers found here. So here is every reason why this film is great. Here is The Blackcoat's Daughter, the scariest film you've never seen.
Dido, Dido, Blackcoat's daughter, what was in the holy water? Gone to bed on an unclean head.
The Blackcoat's Daughter has a relatively simple plot. Two girls' parents don't come to pick them up for winter break at a Catholic school. If that plot seems overly simplified, that's because it is. This by no means is a bad thing, however. It's not the sequence of events that matters in film as much as the presentations of those events that does. Director Oz Perkins understands that the key to great horror isn't constant jump scares, but it's the overwhelmingly terrifying atmosphere. Every single detail in this film has the goal of just adding to the tense atmosphere. While watching the film, scary things may not be happening, but there's always a palpable sense of dread oozing out of the most mundane of conversations. It's like you're constantly getting the feeling that something terrible is about to happen, but you just have no idea what it is. It's like we're a passenger on a freight train that's barreling towards the edge of a cliff, but we have no way to stop it.
We're going to Bramford. Do you know Bramford?
Much of what adds to the tension is the setting and the music. The setting of the film feels like a character itself. A Catholic school and a snowy winter break. The setting is brilliant for multiple reasons. Religion and school is a common source of fear for many people. Secondly, it's unsettling to see a setting that you're used to seeing filled with people being completely desolate. Similar to 28 Days Later. Also, the snow makes the characters all the more isolated because any help that they can get will take longer to get there. Also, this is just me, but I'm a sucker for film with gorgeous snowy visuals. All of these little details give this setting an uncanny valley feeling. The hallways feel ominous and empty. Every sound that comes from the building causes tension because every character feels isolated and alone. The music adds a lot to the tension as well. The director does a fantastic job of understanding when music adds to the tension versus when it would take away. Seemingly mundane conversations tend to be saturated in eerie music, reminding the audience that it's only a matter of time until shit hits the fan.
We'll take her to the next gas station.
I'm trying to help.
Meanwhile, as the tension builds to climactic heights, all of the music drowns out to signal to your brain that danger lurks right around the corner. Every great film understands that choosing when to deliver information is pivotal. Some of the most tense scenes of the film involve characters withholding information from each other. We know that it's about to get revealed, and that tension brings us to the edge of our seat. With this, it's often difficult to understand which characters we can trust at any given time. Just when you think you have these characters figured out, a new piece of information will come out, turning what you thought was true on its head. Smart, restrained horror understands that what truly scares people isn't what they see, it's what they don't see. Whatever the film makes you come up with in your head to explain odd occurrences will scare you more than any blood and gore that you'll see on screen every single time. Another thing that I've noticed about all the best horror films is that the spooky elements mean more when there's dramatic weight to the characters. In Hereditary, Annie's suffering from multiple deaths in the family. In The Sixth Sense, Malcolm is struggling with keeping his marriage together. The Blackcoat's daughter does the same thing. The dramatic heft is the deep discussion about loneliness and what people do when they're desperate to stop the feeling of loneliness. In conclusion, The Blackcoat's Daughter is quickly becoming one of my favorite horror films of all time. Despite being filmed on a shoestring budget, it never really felt that way at all. By understanding what makes horror horror, I genuinely believe this film to be a masterpiece. The Blackcoat's Daughter deserves to be spoken in the same breath as horror masterpieces like Hereditary, The Babadook, The Shining, and Rosemary's Baby. It's honestly the perfect fright for this Halloween. Also, it's available on Netflix and it's only an hour and a half long, so go watch it. Hey everybody, sorry about the way that my voice sounds in this video. I'm feeling pretty sick. Anyways, welcome to the second annual glorious month of Halloween, where I upload horror-related content all throughout the month of October, so be sure to subscribe to see those videos. And goodbye.